Welcome to twocircles.net. We are here in Savai Madhopur speaking to Mr. Danish Abrar, a young politician contesting on Congress ticket, taking on heavyweights like Kirori Lal Meena in this election. So, sir, you're going to fight this election for the first time. And the heavyweights like Kirori Lal Meena, a casteist god in a sense, is going to contest against you. Jaipur Maharani is contesting against you. So how far is challenging these elections for you?
I would like to say the names which you have taken, it might be heavyweights for you. For me, not only them, the entire list of candidates contesting from Savai Madhopur Assembly constituency, all of them are merely candidates. No one is a heavyweight and no one is a lightweight. Every candidate who is contesting election from Savai Madhopur constituency is merely a candidate for me. Nothing more than that, nothing less than that.
So your father has been a renowned figure here. He has been a former Union Finance Minister, and he has done utmost work in this constituency. So how far you think your father's legacy is going to help you in this election?
I am very proud to say that even after his demise, he expired 9 years back. Now also people remember him for his good work, for his nature of taking everybody together on one platform, be it of any party, be it of any caste. And when I go to villages, one feels as if Abrar Ahmed is coming back after 9 years. And the kind of joy one should expect, which is inside someone's heart for 9 years and something comes up. I think you can imagine what kind of love and affection I'm getting from this whole family of Savai Madhopur. It is all because of him. But it is also good to be mentioning that he expired 9 years back, and I got a chance to contest elections from Savai Madhopur Assembly constituency after 9 years. So primarily, yes, it is the truth that I am getting love and affection and support from the constituency on his name. But it is also to be mentioned that it is even my hard work as well for the 9 years. In the form in which I have maintained the relationship with the people of my constituency, with the people of my villages, with the people of my area.
So, as you have mentioned, there is a love and affection for your father. When they are seeing you, they are seeing an image of your father. But if you win back, there are going to be a lot of hopes from the same people.
Yes.
So, do you find it challenging to fit in your father's shoes?
Brother, I am contesting elections for the first time. Yes, this is the truth. But I am into politics, or I am smelling politics from the day I am born.
Okay.
So I know how to be with the people, how to give respect to elders, how to take the youth along, and how to love the young ones. I am into politics from the day I am born, but yes, I am contesting election as candidate for the first time. So I know how to gain blessings from elderly, and I know how to promote my constituency.
So, political pundits believe that the incident of Phul Muhammad murder case in your constituency is going to affect two constituencies, Savai Madhopur and Tonk. Is going to be a burning issue. So, do you find it a kind of resentment among Muslim community? Because
see, as far as I am concerned, as I told you, when I go to villages, I am getting love and joy from everybody. You are a young journalist. I would want or like you to go into the field and ask about my father. He was one person who fought for Meenas, who fought for Gujars, who fought for Muslims, who fought for SC, who fought for Rajput. And I can challenge you to get a single person in front of me who would say that Abrar Ahmed did politics of communalism. You will not find a single person. So as far as I am concerned, communalism is not an issue for me as a candidate.
So, Phul Mohammad murder case is not getting an issue in this election at all.
Phul Mohammad issue is between two communities. That is the Muslims and the Menas.
Don't you think it's going to polarize this election in a way?
See, election getting polarized is not an issue because, as I said, I am getting blessings from all the communities, from all the sects of the society. Phul Mohammad issue, yes, as I said, it's an issue between two communities, that is the Mehra community and the Muslim community. But Danish Abrar being candidate, he is himself a Muslim, and I am also blessed by Mehras because in 2002, there's a village of Mehras called Uliana. And Uliana is just next to the forest. And there were some farmers who were beaten up by the forest people, and it was my mother, and my mother was MLA that time from here. She was the one who raised the issue in Vidhan Sabha. And I have never seen my mother, I have never seen tears in my mother's eye ever in my life, except when she raised this issue in the assembly. So as I said, Phul Mohammad issue is between two communities, the Mehras and the Muslims. I am myself a Muslim candidate, and Mehras are really blessing me, and I am blessed by the Mehra community as well. Our Member of Parliament is Namuna Meena ji. So polarization and different communalism is not an issue for me as a candidate.
It might not be an issue for you, but still in Rajasthan, the elections are fight and caste equations. Here Sawai Madhopur is all the same thing. The Muslim one side, BJP is playing the same card. H versus MM, Hindu versus Muslim and Meena. So how you are going to counter it?
In Sawai Madhopur, BJP is also certainly not playing any H or M or A or B or C or D. I would like to mention BJP in Sawai Madhopur is absolutely playing game of money power.
Okay.
Absolutely playing the game of money power, and I am very confident, rather I am sure that with money you cannot buy relationships. From money you cannot buy the love, buy the affection, buy any kind of bond. So BJP is using money to penetrate into the society, the sects, different people. But I'm very sorry to say, from money power, you really cannot buy the bond, you really cannot buy the affection, you really cannot buy the relationship which one has maintained for a generation. I am son of Sawai Madhopur as a second generation.
There are a lot of Muslims get elected in Rajasthan Assembly. Presently, there are nearly 12 Muslim MLAs who got elected. But community, in a general, feel that they are not getting represented properly in the Assembly. So you are a young leader. When you get elected, how you are making sure that you're going to represent your community properly in the Assembly?
See, as in Congress party, see, this is a party question now which you have raised. This is a question which doesn't belong to the governance or to the election. This is a question that party should give proper tickets to the Muslim community so that they should come into the assembly. This is a party level question which you have found. I would like you to do a survey. Which party in Rajasthan gives tickets to minorities on the winning seats? Please take it in quotes. On the winning seats, so that maximum Muslim comes into the assembly. And I am not confident. I am assuring you, the answer what you will get is Congress party.
So giving tickets is another thing. But when you are getting elected, you are not representing your community properly in the assembly.
Definitely, surely, I will be trying my level best that my community should get proper representation. Along with, I would like to clearly mention, it is not only that I am not going to fight only for my community. If I feel some other community, like for example, if Gujars are there, Meenas are there, if any injustice is being done to any community, I am surely going to fight for that community also. So I would like to request you not to only raise the question of my community, my religion. If any religion or if any community is not getting justice, I am going to fight for it.
Sure, so you have.
And I hope
okay.
you will not cut, edit, and paste and put a
no,
particular line.
It won't be edited. So you have done your MBA from London. So you are an educated man. What is your vision for your constituency if you get elected?
Good question, because I want this to come up. See, again I am saying I don't want this to be a cut, copy, paste
It
show.
won't be.
Please,
Not a single second will be cut.
See, I would like to mention that Ranthambore National Park, we are proud to have it in Savai Madhopur. It is the biggest asset of Savai Madhopur, and I am proud that we have it, because it is because of Ranthambore National Park that Savai Madhopur, a small district, is on the international map. We are proud of it. But brother, for any area, if you want to develop any area, industrialization is the basis. Being the biggest asset of Savai Madhopur, Ranthambore National Park is a little liability also. Because of Ranthambore National Park, environmental issues, no industry can ever come up in Savai Madhopur. So, if God blesses me and if I get a chance, my primary issue will be, coming from the youth, I would want to see my youth in Savai Madhopur. The biggest problem in Savai Madhopur, what I have seen is, if you will also see, the second generation of Savai Madhopur is not here. Because when they go to study to Jaipur or to Delhi, they never come back. Because there is no opportunity here. So my thing will be, that if I get a chance, why don't the state government or the central government, because of Ranthambore National Park, acquire 50 acres, 60 acres, 100 acres of land, 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers away from Savai Madhopur, considering the location advantage of Savai Madhopur. You are 1 hour away from Kota, which is a student hub. You are 2 hours away from Jaipur, capital of Rajasthan. You are 4 hours away from Delhi, which is capital of India. Plus, Savai Madhopur is on Delhi-Bombay railway line. So, considering this locational advantages, plus Ranthambore National Park is there, no industry can come up. Why don't the center and the state government acquire 100 acres of land and declare it a IT SEZ, so that not only my youth friends from Savai Madhopur, but people from all over the state, all over India, all over the world, they get employment opportunity in my Savai Madhopur, in my hometown, and this is going to be the first thing which I would want to do for Savai Madhopur, because it is something beyond caste and beyond communalism and beyond creed.
So my last question. Today Narendra Modi is going to address a rally in Savai Madhopur. Yesterday Ashok Gehlot did address the rally. So it's turning out to be a high-level contest here. So are you feeling any kind of pressure?
Can you see any kind of pressure on my face? It's an election season has just started from yesterday. Many leaders will come, many leaders will go. What my party has to do, it will do. What I have to do, I will do. And inshallah, soon you will see the results on 8th, and Congress will win from Savai Madhopur.
We wish you best of luck. Thank you.